Hi everyone, this is Brian Eckert and welcome to our first Utah and Rocky Mountain route building episode. We are here at the southern end of what is Module 1. The Module 1 package that I released ends basically right here at this gray line. And what we're going to do is start work on the railroad coming down here. When I imported this railroad into Trainz 2022 and had it change the track to this procedural track here, it broke the track work in places. And what I mean by broken is you'll see like these blank spots. We have would appear to be tracks here, but they're not visible. So we just have one visible track. So as you go down, we have areas like this that need to be fixed. So that's really what these episodes are going to be focused on, is the maintenance to bring the layout back up to a standard where we can run trains on it. And the module I'm working on right now, this is a Module 2. And Module 2 will run all the way down to Boise. So as we scroll out, this is all going to be Module 2 here. And then Boise is over in this area here. There's Boise here, and there's a portal that is right over here, so that we have traffic that is headed to Las Vegas has a place to go. On this end, where I believe I'm going to be ending Module 2 is just down here. I tried to pick spots that will be easy to basically merge the route. So we just have to find the next gray line. I believe I put it in here. Maybe I didn't. Well, in any case, we'll get, because it shouldn't be going down this far. This should be all Module 3. So I will probably put a marker somewhere around this area here, because this looks like a good place actually for a merge. So I'll probably end Module 2 down here somewhere, maybe even right here, so we have a clean break with the layout. This is the entire map of the route, so you can see it's a large route. And it goes all the way down. The track here is going across the desert in Idaho, and it actually is headed here into Utah. So when he gets over here, this is where Brigham City is, and it goes on down into Utah, good chunk of Utah. See if we can get it to... And then it's going to turn and go east into Colorado. So around here you're going to be in Colorado, and of course down here is where Grand Junction is, and of course there's a portal down there to represent going past the map. So all in all, it's a very big map. My computer isn't powerful enough. I need to stay closer in to get it to scroll. But it is a huge map. It takes a day or two to get from one end to the other. So it's long enough that if you are into running passenger trains and with sleepers, you can actually simulate a long distance train on this layout. It's large enough that it should be a good candidate for multiple players to run it like a real railroad. So we'll get this thing back up, trying to get back over to where we were. And this is why I've been questioning how to distribute this map. It's too large to put into a distribution package. And so with that said, I have to figure out how we're going to get this to distribute. I know that I can pull a copy of the map out of my the user area of Windows, and that's how I've been porting it into new versions of Trainz. And so with that said, there we go. This is where we started. With that said, that may be how I decide to distribute the route so that you guys don't have to sit and deal with the fun chore of trying to merge a huge layout together. And so with that said, let's get started. So what I'm going to do, we're going to grab some track and can join that. So I'm going to join that. And then I'm going to go through, and since this is track, if I join right here, the track disappears, and sometimes it even tries to form it into a junction. And so I don't want that. So I'm just going to kind of tack things down, and then we'll move the track. Oops. Okay, so let's see. Sometimes see if we can get anything to disappear on us. It doesn't. So we're going to go ahead and fix our elevation. There we go. It is just tedious, slow work. Let's see if we can get this to is that gonna let us? See if we can get this to work. Okay, so that's a little too low. So let's put a track mark here and get this to match. There's that. All right. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll straighten that. That should fix the track around here. So now we've got everything here. So I think what we'll do is we'll get this here. That looks like that's not what's going on there. So let's go there. There we go. All right. I'm going to leave this gray mark here. One of the things I'm going to do when this is finished, we're going to see if we can package module 1 and 2 together, and that'll just become a extended module 1. There we go. There we go. Okay. See, we have double tracks here, so we'll go ahead and run with that for as long as we can. Sometimes we luck out and we can actually get away with it, but I spoke too soon, I see. Okay, so now we know there's a hidden track because what you'll see is a junction lever has appeared. So I'm going to undo that. And it's not going to let us do that. So what I'm going to do is come back here. And then we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of that. And look at that. We fixed it. Sometimes you luck out and you can actually fix the track. Okay, so there we go. We got that. Let's go down as far as we can doing it this way. It's a mystery to me why the track breaks like this. It doesn't make any sense to me, to tell you the truth. See, and like here, we can't delete it. But what we do have here is, let's go ahead and do this, because as you can see, we have a broken road here. So we'll get that. We'll go up here and grab this. Grab this. We'll get rid of this. And we'll put this back. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me why assets break like this. It shouldn't do that. It should be backwards compatible. For the most part it is. But it would be really nice if when we get a new version of Trainz that we're able to simply put our layout in it and it would work. I don't know why that's so difficult. Just saying. And then we'll go like this. And we'll put that like that. Now let's grab this road. And then he's going to go up like this. Yeah, we'll just run him over like that. There we go. And then let's do some finagling around. That can go like that and get that fixed. And yeah, let's go back. So we'll get rid of that. That gets that like that. There's that. And don't worry, we're going to fix the track. I know that the track is doing weird things here. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some of this stuff fixed. So that fixes that. That fixes that. Yeah, it looks like one side needs to be raised just a little bit. There we are. There we go. There we are. There we go. Yep. All right, so we'll go here to here. It's not playing nice. That's nice. Yeah. Look at that. There you go. Maybe it'll. Nope. I want that side to go. There we are. This goes over here like that. And then we'll put this like this. Let's make sure that these are both the same. There we go. it'd be nice if didn't have to go rebuild the layout every time a new version of Trainz comes out. This is why when 2010 came out, I moved into 2010, and I didn't leave 2010 until I had finished building this route. And I did that mostly so that I wouldn't have to constantly go backwards to basically keep constantly rebuilding the work I had done. And I stayed in 2010 until Tane. I bought Tane when it first came out, but did not use it for many years because I was still building this route in 2010. Once the route was finished, I actually was able to port it into Tane, and oops, we have a problem there. So once I got it into Tane, I wanted to use a lot of Trainz Forge items on the layout, but the Trainz Forge models wouldn't work really in Tane because a lot of their models were actually let's see what let's do this. No. A lot of the Trainz Forge models were for Trainz 2019 at the time. So I actually moved to Trainz 2019, and I was going to stay in that version. I wasn't going to go into 2022 at all. And I was cleaning my system one day, and I saw the Trainz 2019 in there showing as Tane, and I thought it was Tane. I deleted it, and I lost the whole layout. So with that, I just decided to just go ahead and get into Trainz 2022. I ported the layout back in to Trainz 2022 and started work on it again. And that is the version that we are looking at this point in time. So, interesting story. Here, let's get this here. And I'm happy with Trainz 2022. I know that as the Trainz versions progress, it's just getting better and better. And so I'm happy actually with all of this. Okay, so there we go with that. Let's get this like that. And then we'll get this. Okay, I guess we got that. So we can go down here like this. Okay, so there's that. There's that. There we go. I think we got all this. Be nice to use the right one. Let's see. This goes like this. That looks good. That looks good. I think we got those. There's that. Okay. That's not going to participate, so we'll just move it on up like this. Like that. There's that. There's that. Interesting. Let's put a thing in here so we can fix that. Still a little bit off. This layout was built using DEM data that I ported in using the old hog utility, and I brought in the DEM data and then I built the route on top of the DEM data. Here we go. Let's get this fixed here. And we'll go back after we get the track work done. We're going to work our way down to Cascade, and then we're going to come and backwards and fix all the roads and bring them up to the current standard of the route with utility poles. And then we'll move past Cascade and go down to Placerton. And down there, there's a tunnel that we're going to actually reroute the track and fix a tunnel that I set up in the original route that is highly unrealistic. It's like a roller coaster inside of it to get the elevations to work. But I discovered in Trainz 2019 that if I simply moved the tunnel, I could actually get a decent grade within the tunnel and fix that whole situation, so it's a lot more realistic. So with that said, we're going to make that change into this route. Making nice progress, because look at this, we've got track all the way down here. Oh, I see why. It's really weird porting this in, how splines break and all sorts of stuff. And that's probably why the track breaks, because it's technically a spline. Here we're coming into Cascade, so that'll be our stopping point for today's episode. See if any of this will disappear. Well, look at that. Okay, so we'll take this guy out. See if this will do anything. Oh, there you go. I tell you, it makes no sense. Nice. Oh, look at this. We're lucking out. Oops. Yeah, see, and then all of a sudden it just stops. Okay, so we need a thing, and we need a thing, and then we need a thing. Okay, so let's go backwards from here and get this all cleaned up. And I have water towers and coaling stations strategically placed on the layout so that you can actually drive the steam trains and you can refuel them. There we go. Yeah, and as we clean up, we'll get all the speed markers and the signals. We'll get all that cleaned up so that it'll be ready for distribution. And this here can go away. Don't need that. Okay, so let's go in here. It looks like that might be a straight. Let's make sure that we have everybody doing right. That needs to be straight. Okay. Make sure these guys are the same. And then these guys are the same. That'll get these to work. And let's get this and this. Now, before we do anything else, does this allow us to connect there? And then we can get these together. And it looks like we have a crossover here, so let's get this over here. That goes here. This goes here. This goes into here. That restores that switch. Okay, now this goes like that. This goes over here. We'll get him in here. There we are. And then we're going to go here to here. And that gets them fixed up. And then we have this, 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 we do this, 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 and here we got a bridge we got to fix. We'll fix all that. Let's put him like that. There we are. He goes in here. He goes. Let's see. Yeah. Where does he go? know. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so this is coming in like this like this like this. There's that goes like that. And where does this go? This must be like that. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know if this is correct. It looks like it may be more like that. And then this needs to come over here like this. There we are. There we are. Yep. And we will be rebuilding Cascade. When I built the route originally in 2010, I just wanted a quick representation of a town. So most of that consisted of just planting buildings and putting asphalt down to mark where the town was. We're going to fix all that and make it actually look more like a town. So you'll be seeing some of that work as we get more and more into this layout. There's that. There's that. That. And there's that. That gets us from there to there. Let's see. There we go. we've got Townsend. I think that's where we're going to stop, and we're going to concentrate on rebuilding Cascade. And before we go any further down the line, we're going to, after we fix Cascade, we're going to go in and we're going to fix all the roads and add the utility poles to the roads back down to the border with Module 1. And that, we'll call this video done at this point. So I'll see you on the next episode, and we'll continue our work here in Cascade.